talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep in love.
What is up, folks? It is I, Jet, and I'm finally back. My room is now turned into Prince's discount shag den. It's completely purple. It's amazing. I'll throw in a little clip of it if I can remember. But I am back here to watch a brand new video. And it's Amberlynn, because I heard this is funny. The video is called Denial and Delusion. I'm already excited to watch this video. I wonder if she now has become self-aware. At least that's what I'm praying for, that she's become self-aware, just like Skynet. That she is swimming in a sea of delusion and is completely in denial. If she hasn't, please don't ruin it for me. I want to keep believing. Anyways, you guys know how I like to do my videos. We watch a video together, cringe in unison like the family that we are. Comments where comments are due. Or tears when this goes bad and it's not what I think it is. So grab your beverages. Put on your happy faces, act like you want to be here. We have work to do. Yes, we do. So let's get this show on the road. Because I haven't been here, so this work is backing up on me, I have the feeling. So, strap in, clamp down your nipple rings, and let's get this show on the road.
Hey guys!
And still no. Just now. Still no.
So welcome to a new video. So I'm using my camera, which I haven't done in a little bit. This is actually the first time I've ever used my camera without a tripod, because I feel like when I'm like filming and stuff, I have this huge tripod that I hold.
Who gives a shit? Sorry.
So the reason why I'm filming this video, I literally just woke up. I'm sure you guys can tell because there's a certain way people look when they first wake up. I just really wanted to film this video. So there's this channel that I have been watching for a long time now, almost when they first uploaded their first video.
It ain't me. That shit ain't me.
So I've been following this person. I was watching them for, you know, weight loss reasons and this and that. And then they started making videos about me. It was honestly sad. I would be honest.
Yeah. Your failures are pretty sad. Yep. That's why most of us comment on them.
Because I looked up to this person. I liked them as a YouTuber and stuff like that. And
be aggressive, passive, aggressive. Be aggressive, passive, aggressive. Be aggressive, passive, aggressive.
then I was like, oh no, another person wants to make YouTube videos about me. And it's like, a part of me wanted to stop watching this person completely. But then I was like, but I've grown to like them. And it was like this weird conflicting thing in my brain, and I continued watching them. And I try my hardest not to watch the videos that they make about me, but it's like I kind of can't stop myself from watching them. I love to hear their opinion or whatever.
I've grown to like them because I like to hear about myself because I'm narcissistic and I'm vain.
So the video they uploaded today, I'm hurt by. So there are some things regarding the video that I want to answer, talk about, maybe make people understand, because I feel like if this one person feels this way, then I'm sure a lot of people feel this way or have these questions, and I don't want it like that because this person called me a liar.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. What were you saying? She called you a liar? Okay, I'll stop. Go on. She called you a liar? She called you a liar, and then what happened?
They said that I've been lying about being bedbound and not being bedbound and like all this stuff, and it was just really weird, and it really hurt because I really opened up in my last video, and I know a lot of people appreciated it, and I know a lot of people didn't give a care.
I'm sorry. Did I miss that whole last video she opened up to you guys? I'm sorry. What happened to the no making yourself vulnerable rule? What happened to that? Didn't she say she was never going to do that again? There you go. I guess you fucking lied again.
Which is totally fine. Everyone's different. The first and foremost thing that I want to say is being in denial and lying are two completely different things. I am/was in denial.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. Going ahead and lying and giving it another name so people don't call you a liar is fucking lying still. Love, Jet.
I was in denial that I was bedbound. There are reasons why I didn't think I was at the time, and there are reasons why I understand that I actually was. A big thing though was I was in denial. The best part about losing weight and really focusing in on what matters to you and learning about your body and changing your food intake and being more mobile, and you have to work on your mental state a lot, and I've noticed that being delusional has been my forte. That has been my jam. I have been completely just like delusioned by all this stuff that I feed myself instead of really opening my eyes to reality. And the reason why I said that I'm probably still in denial on some things is because I probably am. Something I've noticed by watching a lot of weight loss channels and also by diving into my own is that a lot of us are kind of delusional. Like when you gain a pound one week, you come up with all these excuses, or if you only lose a pound, you come up with all these excuses, when honestly, I don't think people are flat out lying. I would like to hope not, but it's like we are in denial to ourselves.
When I gain a few pounds or lose a few pounds, I know exactly what happened. I ate something I wasn't supposed to be eating. I don't feed myself delusions like, oh, it's just water weight. That's what you do, bitch. If I gain some weight, you know what I say? Yeah, that's Applebee's, bitch. I know exactly what I did.
I recently watched a What I Ate Today video by someone I've been following for so long, and everything in their video was super healthy, and I was like, okay, then wouldn't they be smaller? So I started to be a viewer the viewers that I have, because you guys see me film What I Ate Today videos. Like recently I did a What I Ate Today on Instagram, and all my food was really well portioned, and that's what I ate that day.
Now, when you say well portioned, were they normal sized portions you usually put on your plate? Because that's not well portioned. And when you have your usual portions, I don't ask the questions of how are you the size you still are? You eat so healthy. No, I don't ask those questions because I know the answer.
But there's a question of, when some of us are filming What I Ate Today videos, are we in denial of what we truly eat? And are we subconsciously trying to show a healthier, more, small portioned type of meals? Because subconsciously we are in denial of how much we eat in a day. And the reason why I brought that up is because the person later took to Instagram and admitted, you know, I think I am in denial, because normally I wouldn't eat that healthy, and this person subconsciously ate healthier.
Oh my god, I'm totally not gonna believe that bullshit unless I get that YouTuber's name so I can go look for myself. Because this just seems way too convenient. It's, you know, to somehow prop up this bullshit excuse you have called denial and delusion and shit.
So I feel like being in denial can go so many different sort of ways, but I just want to let everyone know that I did not lie, 100,000,000,000%. It's just I had my own delusion, my own thing going on in my brain. During the time where I was not that mobile, I did not make that unknown. You guys saw the mattress in the living room, where I then told you guys it's because my leg is constantly hurting and it's easier for me to sit on a mattress. And when I want to hang out with my friends, that's also something else. I would go in the living room, but Becky would bring out a mattress for me and I would sit on it. That was not something I was hiding. It was shown in several vlogs. I explained it in a couple. I wasn't hiding that.
So, let me get this straight. You were saying we should have known you were bedbound because you had a bed in the living room. We did say that you were bedbound because you had a bed in the living room, and you call us all haters. You said we were just trolls. Yeah, that argument you just gave us also is just like a dude saying, you should have known I was a rapist. I wander around at night with a trench coat and a bag full of like rope and blades and masking tape. It's obviously a rape kit. It has condoms in there too. How could you not have known I was a rapist? God. Who goes out with a bag full of that shit and rides trains around all night long looking for victims? Honestly. Just because I didn't say it doesn't mean it's not true. That's kind of what your logic is. Just because I'm naked under this trench coat and I have a bag with a rape kit in it and I ride trains all night, you should have known, goddammit, that I was a rapist. You should have known. Even those times you accused me of it and I called you a fucking bitch doesn't mean anything. You should have just known. You should have known. You should have called the cops on me. That's your logic? That's your logic. You're an idiot. The biggest idiot I've ever seen.
So another thing is, I couldn't breathe. I also was not hiding that. That's why I documented some of my exercising and how I could only walk for a minute and 16 seconds, and then it slowly went up to 3 minutes, and I would even feel myself walking in place and you guys could hear my breathing. I was also not hiding that. I wasn't hiding the fact that I couldn't fit in a car properly, and sometimes I honestly couldn't even get the door to shut comfortably because I would be really swollen from my lymphedema, because I was eating too much sodium, wasn't drinking enough water, just retaining a ton of fluid. I wasn't hiding that either. I talked a lot about how I was so immobile that I feel like if I was more mobile, then my videos would be better, my vlogs would be better, because there wouldn't be so many sit down videos. I said that a lot actually, and I said that a lot in Instagram Q&As because you guys saw a lot of sit down videos from me. You still will continue to see those, but you guys didn't see any videos of me standing or anything, and those are things that I also was not hiding. So it's not like I was hiding this completely different life at all, because I was still very open with the struggles that I was having.
Yeah, we did notice it. We noticed all that. And we said that you were probably immobile, that you probably had someone taking care of you, or probably by this time needed someone taking care of you. And you called us trolls and haters. I think you owe us all an apology then. You see, this is like a lie that you're trying to turn into delusions. And you're happier than a pig in shit right now. You're just smiling as you say this. Like, I never hid it. It's not how this game is played. You lied. A lot. This, even though you're trying to pretend that you were just delusional and you just lied to yourself. No, you lied. You lied. Because we were trying to get you to admit this shit by putting it plain and simple in your face. Because we were seeing evidence of this already, and you said that that's not what the evidence is. You accused us and many people of trying to pressure you to get fat, and that's all we wanted was you to be fat. You're a fucking liar.
So when it comes to the word bedbound, I feel like 600 Pound Life has tainted that word for me. It made me think of bedbound in a certain way that I didn't know. Again, when I say these things, I was probably just in denial. But at the time, 600 Pound Life portrayed for me, probably because I didn't want to admit it myself at the time, that I was pretty much bedbound. How it portrayed being bedbound to me was you had to have your significant other or pay a friend to come bathe you, and literally physically you had to be helped to walk around, and you just literally could not get up, like at all. Like you spent 24 hours a day in your bed. That was it, point blank period. Couldn't move. So I kind of want to explain the reasons why for, you know, over a year I consistently said I don't think I'm bedbound. Again, delusion was in the mix of this, but these are the reasons why I was like, no, I'm not bedbound, and I kept telling myself I wasn't, over and over and over. So chores were really hard for me, but it didn't stop me from doing them completely. If I was sweeping, you guys, it was almost pathetic. I would probably sweep for at most 20 seconds, sit down. Sweep for 20 seconds, sit down. 20 seconds, sit down. If I was doing the dishes, I was sitting down. If I was cooking, I was sitting down. If I was wiping down the counters, I was sitting down. If I was doing anything, I was sitting down. It doesn't matter what it was. I was always sitting down when doing any sort of chore. But in my head, I was like, I'm still doing chores, which aren't in my bed, so that makes me not bedbound. So a big thing for me is when I imagine, or when I imagined someone as being bedbound, I imagine them not being able to shower. And this is like a constant topic on my channel, is like, can she shower? Can she wipe herself? Does Becky help her with these things? Point blank period, no. No, and she never has. I think it's more so like a pride thing within myself. It's almost like no matter how hard it got, I did not want help because it made me feel like less than a person. Like I didn't even feel, I just wouldn't feel human at that point if I was having my own girlfriend wipe my butt for me. So yes, I still showered, but the thing is, I could not wash my hair and my body on the same day. So I told myself, well, you're able to wash your body even though it hurts and you have to take a million breaks. You're able to do it. You're able to wash your hair even though it hurts and you have to take several breaks and you have to hurry up in the shower because you're literally dying in there. You're still doing it like a normal person. You're literally in the shower. So that's another reason why I was like, no, of course I'm not bed bound.
The shower thing is a bit much. The second I wouldn't be able to shower myself and clean my hair at the same time, I would be in the doctor's office so fucking fast. And the fact that she didn't go to the doctor right away is disturbing to me. It's just fucking disturbing to me. It's just so fucking disturbing. When I first got fibromyalgia, I literally, it was over the course of a few months, began to get this creeping pain. Just kept crawling to my hips, to my lower back, mid back, and all the way to my neck. It was horrible. When it got to my lower back, it was extremely hard to get out of bed in the morning. And that's when I went to the doctor. Is when it became hard to even get out of bed in the morning. How does a person do some shit like that when you can't take care of your body and your hair in the shower? Who is just like, well, that's fine, you can still do it, fuck it. That is just insane to me.
There were times that I left the house. You guys saw that. Like, you guys have been on my channel for I don't know how long. So you guys did see me during that time where I was bedbound, delusional Lynn, where I was bedbound. I would leave the house. And it wasn't a lot, obviously not. I mean, I still don't leave the house a lot now. Like, I do. It's grocery shopping, dates here and there, see friends. I don't have this big glorious life. But back then, I wouldn't leave the house that much. Maybe once a month, twice a month. And, you know, I would go to holidays with Becky's family and we would go on dates, but I would say probably like a date would probably be once every 2 months, which is not good because I feel like in a relationship, you need to have that like date moment. And of course you can have the dates inside of your house. I'm not saying you can't do that, but sometimes it's nice to go out, whether it be see a movie, grab lunch, whatever. So I also convinced myself, well, I do leave the house sometimes, and people who are bedbound literally can't even fit in a car, even if it does hurt. Like I said, 600-pound life like warped my brain, and I'm not saying it's their fault. It's my fault because I was in denial. And I would compare myself to these people all the time. And it's like, I would see these people who were bedbound, like they had to put mattresses in the back of a car and they had to lay on them and they couldn't fit in the seats of the car. And it's like, I kept telling myself, well, I can fit in the seat. I can fit in the passenger seat. Yeah, it hurts to close the door, but that doesn't mean I'm bedbound. I even went to Lexington and vlogged it. That was during the time where I was working as hard as I could on becoming more mobile. So I thought by staying in a hotel, okay, I kind of sort of have to walk down the long hallways, and I have to stand in the elevator, and I have to walk through the big lobby, and I have to wait for the valet to give us our car and all this stuff. So I thought it was a good way for me to be mobile while also being lazy and eating whatever food I wanted, because when I went to Lexington, I was a glutton.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting too, by the way. You can go fuck yourself for that. I had nightmares for about a week. I was just goddamn disgusting.
It was really bad. You guys saw that video because I did a what I ate on vacation video. But that was when I was trying my hardest to also work on my mobility. So I think I used the hotel of like, oh, I'm gonna like walk in the hotel as an excuse just to eat. But again, denial, denial, denial. It's just part of, I feel like it's a big part of why people get the weight that I am or was. But since I went to Lexington and I was able to sit in the car for 2 hours and this and that, I was like, people who are bedbound can't do that. I would do my makeup, I would do my hair, I would put on cute outfits, I would do on try-on hauls, I would do all these things, and I convinced myself bedbound people cannot do that. So you guys, these are the reasons where I was like, of course I'm not bedbound, hi. You know, it was not me lying, and I don't want people to think that at all. I was delusional. I was in denial. Like, those are like the pivotal words of this video. So again, being a liar and being in denial are two completely different things.
No. For you, it's not. Maybe for someone else, it's probably true, but for you, it's not. You're using this as a scapegoat. You're just using this as a scapegoat, and you don't want to have to apologize for calling everybody a piece of shit, for telling the truth, because they're seeing all the basic evidence put before them that now turns out to be true, which makes them right. But you don't want to have to say sorry to them. Yeah, so you're saying you were delusional, so then you don't have to say sorry because it's not your fault. You're delusional, yeah? I'm going to give you A for effort on this one, but F for execution.
And I guess I should have like explained myself better, but you know, I was like cooking my food and I was just like super happy that I was able to, you know, do it without keeling over. So there are some questions I want to answer that the person kind of mentioned in the video. I have them written down before me. So why now say you're a bedbound, and can you explain more of the timelines? Because I noticed when they were talking, the timelines were getting kind of messed up, which I'm really bad at timelines too, so I'm not afraid to admit that. So my biggest time of being bedbound, you know what? I also want to explain the reason why I'm calling it bedbound now is because in actuality, probably down to the definition, I was bedbound. At the time, I didn't think I was because the delusion, whatever, but I was. So I'm glad that I was able to admit that to myself. And after I was able to admit that to myself, I was able to talk to you guys about it. So that's why it's taken me some time and this and that. But 2018 is when it was at its peak. When I stayed in the bed most of the time, my leg was hurting really bad. I, like, had no idea what was causing it. And that is when it was literally at its peak. 2019 is when it slowly stopped because my leg wasn't hurting as bad. And I was, during that time when my leg stopped hurting, that is when my lymphedema.
You never like give us straight answers, do you? You're never like blah, 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 bam, there's the answer. You have to make it go like forever, don't you? You can never like give us yes or no answers or just like bam, solid dates. Your shit goes on forever, doesn't it? Okay. All right. carrying on. Go ahead and give us your War and Peace answer. Who gives a shit? It's not like I need, you know, gonna go to bed or anything like that. Go ahead.
Got really bad, and it just started growing more and more, which made me not want to leave the house. I didn't want to do anything because I was so embarrassed, and it's like, I'm just to the point where I have to accept it, because lymphedema is not something that it can go away. It can get smaller with weight loss, and that's a big pivotal moment where I'm really focusing on that. So once my legs started feeling better, my lymphedema was growing, I still did not have any stamina. You guys saw that for yourself because I documented a lot of walking in 2019. You guys saw that. So that is when I was trying to work on my mobility, which I'm sure you guys noticed. And it was towards the end of 2019, obviously, where it started to get better because I started to work harder at it. So why I say that I'm bedbound now, it's because all of this has been a process. It's a process that I have went through behind closed doors, me having to admit these things to myself. And after admitting them to myself, working through the emotions, of course I want to share that with you guys, because that is a big part in my journey. And I don't want to glorify just, you know, the happy parts, like, oh, look at me, I'm able to walk, or oh, look at me, I'm eating an apple. Like, it's stupid. Like, I want to be able to tell you guys, like, hey, I used to only be able to wash my body and my hair like on separate days because I couldn't do it in the same day because I was too big and I like couldn't breathe and I was in too much pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to talk about those things with you guys.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What happened to the no vulnerability rule? If you don't want my entire journey, you're not gonna get any of it. I thought we agreed on this rule. Fuck me. While I was gone, did they repeal this rule? What did I miss? What the fuck did you all do? Like the Galactic Senate meet and like the Federation took over and now we're doing this shit? Oh, feels like I've been gone forever. She's so happy about this. Doesn't she seem happy to talk about this? This is so stupid. Oh, whenever she's happy, she pisses me off. Doesn't she? Oh, I'm gonna light this place on fire. Let her continue, whatever.
So another question is, why lose weight now? What made you want to lose weight now? And I feel like it's kind of a silly question, mainly because it's like, I've always wanted to lose weight for the same reason. Enough is enough. I don't want to die. Point blank, period. Those things have always been my reason, and I feel like they should be everyone's reason. Like, you want to live a long, healthy, happy life.
But I thought not wanting to die was such a big reason to want to lose weight. That's what you said before. And in all honesty, we've heard these reasons before. And that, you know, so you quit before.
But wanting and doing are two separate things, obviously. Just because I wanted to lose weight so bad for these reasons, something just has to click. How I always imagined it is like there's a little screw in your brain and it's just chilling in there. It's trying to find, you know, the spot where it's supposed to belong, and you try all these little diets and this and that, and like nothing ever clicks. And then all of a sudden the screw goes right where it belongs and it just clicks right in its place, and somehow you're just like, this is it, this is the time. You guys, I'm gonna be 30 this year. In December, I'm gonna be 30. 30 to me used to be so old. Like, I used to think, oh my god, 30 is so old, and now that's gonna be me.
Oh my god, I used to think 30 was so old. Go fuck yourself. Ram your head up your ass and fuck yourself.
And it's like, the only way I will see my 40s is if I do it now. I completely wasted my 20s, but do I also want to waste my 30s? Because I only see myself getting worse if I don't do it now. So that's why it's clicked finally. Another thing that they mentioned is that when I talk about my lymphedema or when I talk about being bedbound, I seem to laugh while I do it. I take it lighthearted, supposedly, and stuff like that, which I actually understand because I don't notice that I do those things. Like I do like a little chuckle or like a little giggle after certain things that I say that are serious topics. And I don't even notice it until I'm either A, editing my video, or B, people are pointing it out to me. So that just indicates I really honestly think that it's like a habit, a nervous habit, because that's thoroughly the only thing I can think of. Because while I'm talking about these things, I don't think it's funny. Obviously, I do not find humor in me being bedbound, immobile, lymphedema, my health in general. So I really honestly think it's just a nervous habit.
The chuckling doesn't bother me. You know, I have friends that laugh sometimes when they're talking about stuff, and that's because they're extremely stressed out about shit. They kind of give a laugh when they're talking about shit. I have sarcasm, but it makes me sound angry. What bugs me is you seem to get this light in your eyes like you're facing Christmas morning, and you smile when you talk about this shit, which gives me the impression that you're so fucking happy talking about it. Like you're having the most fun you've ever had in your life. Like it's the best day ever. And that's what scares me about you, is you're talking about your health failing you, and that you have to get the weight down now or you may not see your 30th birthday, but you look like you are having the best day ever and you are excited to be here. And this is the worst news ever, but it is making you so happy to have to deliver it. That's what scares me about you. You seem like you're excited to be there. You're scary for that reason. I've never seen someone's eyes light up when they talk about something like that and smile while they talk about something so fucked up. Like, I might not make it to my birthday. I'm gonna be 30 this year. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear it. That's fine with me. I'm gonna lose weight this year. If I don't, I'll die. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, who talks like that? Has their eyes light up and just so happy with an ear-to-ear smile. Cheerful voice when they talk about shit like that. You.
So if I offend anyone while I'm doing that, please just don't take it to heart. Like, I don't even notice I'm doing it. See, the thing is, you guys didn't see the tears, the anxiety attacks, me feeling just completely trapped and miserable, and you guys didn't see that part. I didn't show that part because of several different reasons. A, I didn't want to be that vulnerable. B, it's like I get told I do crocodile tears a lot, which I have never faked cried on camera. I've never faked cried in person. I don't know how. I don't know how people do it. Like, good job actors and actresses, because I'm definitely not stealing your paycheck because I can't do it. So this person also was questioning if I ever was truly higher than 572.4, which is my highest weight. Because they were saying, well, since she was bedbound, she should have gained more weight. How did she only stay at that weight? That doesn't make any sense. There is a certain point of calories that your body needs to maintain a weight. Clearly, I was staying around those calories because I wouldn't weigh myself for, I feel like, weeks. I didn't go any further than that usually because I was really worried that I was gonna reach 600 pounds. And every time I weighed myself, it was never higher than 572.4. So I think when it comes to my binging and my calorie consumption, I never went past that limit of gaining weight, if that makes sense. So I'm just throwing numbers out of my head because I truly don't know. Let's say 6,000 calories a day is what keeps you at 570 pounds. So obviously I wasn't going over that. And if I was, the next day I probably was only eating 4,000. So it made me balance on the 570s. And every time I'd step on the scale, no matter when it was, 572.4 was never bypassed. And I get questioned so much about that. And it's like, you guys, I've lost weight now. Don't you think that I would love more than anything to be like, I am down way more weight actually because I was higher than 572.4. Like, I'd love to throw that in people's faces and just be like, I've lost more weight than only so-and-so pounds. Like, I would love to do that.
Why do you hold on to just the tiniest little lies? You obviously just said you don't know. Just say you don't know, you could have. And this is the dumbest logic. Don't you wish I could have gone over 572.4 so I could have said I lost so much more weight? Just shut up. You're so stupid. That logic is so fucking stupid. That's as logical as playing tag with cars in traffic. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey Mom, I'm gonna go play tag on the freeway with the cars. I think I can win. Alright son, I'm gonna be here watching my calorie intake, but not weighing myself, and I'm just gonna assume that I'm 572.4. And I'm gonna eat half the refrigerator, but I'm not gonna weigh myself. I'm gonna assume. Are you fucking serious? God, get a helmet. You know what? Get two. You fucking need it.
So another question they asked is, did I ever have sores on my legs? No. That is something that when I watch 600 Pound Life, I question, like, why didn't I ever get those things? Like, I don't ever get random sores on my body just randomly or anywhere, legs, stomach, like, it doesn't even matter. If I have a sore, there's a reason.
Why don't we just exchange bed sores for urinary tract infections here? We'll go with that one, should we? Yeah, we should.
I'm sure if you guys have been around long enough, you guys know that I have an issue. Like, if I get a cat scratch, I cannot stop picking it. Or if I get a mosquito bite, I'll itch it so much that it turns into a scab, and then I can't stop picking it, and then it gets bigger and bigger. I'm sure you guys have been around for all that, but I've never had a random sore just pop up on my body ever. I mean, I'm telling you, if that was to ever happen, I would probably get freaked out. So it's weird to see so many people on 600 Pound Life get that. I don't know what that is. Like, drop dead serious. So in the video, they also asked, how much time do you spend in your bed now? Before I go to sleep, I want to say about 4 to 5 hours I'm in my bed, and it's before I go to sleep. And during that time, I'm editing, I'm talking with Becky, and that's like our time to like talk together and hang out. Sometimes we'll play games or just like talk about our day or talk about life or talk about the freaking Pluto and Saturn. But yeah, that's catch up on YouTube videos, catch up on shows, or read or write. I've been doing a lot of writing lately. Like, a lot of people throughout their day probably do these things. Like, someone might watch 2 YouTube videos then, but then they do all this stuff, and then they sit down and watch a movie and like all this stuff. But I just do all mine in like a eclectic time.
I'm sorry, did you say a collected or eclectic? Okay, if you said collected time, that's awesome. If you said eclectic, you need to figure out what that word means because you used it wrong. It sounds like you said eclectic. And that is not what that word means. You need a fucking dictionary.
And it's always right before I go to bed. That could be a big reason why I have trouble sleeping, so it's something I do need to work on. But yeah, being in my bed for only 4 hours out of a full day, sometimes even less than 4 hours to be honest, is marvelous, literally, compared to how I used to be. I would be in bed, sleeping, eating, doing anything. That's all it was me being in bed. And now when I wake up, I purposely, the first thing I do is I do some chores. That's just what I prefer doing. Clean the kitchen, whatever it may be. And then I'll have breakfast. Sometimes I'll get ready first, or sometimes I'll have breakfast first. It honestly just depends. I'm trying to create a schedule for myself instead of just like going off on the willy-nilly.
I don't care. I don't care.
So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to like clarify, because I truly feel like a lot of people were probably thinking and wondering these things. So hopefully this video made you guys understand a little bit more that I was just very much in denial and I was in delusional land, and I'm really trying to work on that part of myself even more. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I'm back again. It's purple. It's beautiful. This is my room. It's beautiful. Anyways, like, subscribe, share, but if you don't, it's perfectly fine. I'll still be here in this purple room, talking to myself in front of this camera. Hang up your happy faces. Do not get them dirty, I swear to God. I don't have that much time to be cleaning up everybody's damn happy face. Seriously. Amber can suck it. As far as I'm concerned, she's still a liar. A grade A one. Grade A liar. And I will see you guys another time. Behave. Make sure you recycle. If you feel like it, I guess. Hopefully you recycle. Deuces.